Yo guys, Futmas is here. It is just around the corner, and in today's video, we're going to go through everything they need to know about the event, from which players to expect, from how we're going to expect it, from when to how. It's all in today's video. So smash the like button, let's hit 2,000 likes for my dad to finally love me, and of course, subscribe if you're new, and let's go. Oh hi, my nose is massive. It's back, lads. Do you want the best player on the game? I said, do you want the best player on the game? Bin off Ronaldo, get D-Money, get all the D-Monies. So if you guys want the best place to buy your coins on the internet, then go over to u7buy.com, use code Vizeh at checkout for a cheeky little discount, guys. And yeah, with that said, enjoy the video. It's a season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Hey, I hope that you enjoy my singing. Let's get into Futmas. Now, if you don't know what Futmas is, I don't know where you've been for the last 3 years. Come on, you know what Futmas is, but sometimes we may forget about what the rules are of Futmas, like what actually is it, when to expect things to happen, because it could get a bit confusing sometimes, because each year EA seem to change the rules just a slight little bit, and it's kind of confusing to keep up on. So I'm going to try my best to simplify it as much as I can in this video for what you guys should expect and when to expect it for this year's FIFA 20 Futmas, which I am for one most definitely looking forward to, because Futmas is always exciting. That is daily content with players and packs everywhere, which most of them you see a lot in people's teams, and hopefully if EA does this correctly, it can make a massive difference into the meta of this game this year, because right now it's kind of boring. Most people use the same teams all the time, so Futmas is a massive shout and a massive opportunity for EA to put some new players in the game to make it much more exciting. So before we do get into FIFA 20, it's important to look back onto previous FIFAs and see how they did things back then, what SBCs, what players, what objectives did they put out there, so that we can line it up and we can see what to also, put into these kind of SBCs and what we should expect. Now, last year was quite mad, and I enjoyed it last year, more than FIFA 18, definitely. 17 was amazing because it was kind of all brand new, and the issue is that for most people didn't really use most players last year other than a select few. Now, you may have forgot last year that for FIFA 19, EA did 3 cards every day, 3 players with also flash SBCs with it involved. EA dropped Futmas Challenge SBCs, which gave you 35k packs, 45k packs, and so on for pretty reasonably priced SBCs. And of course, for the brand new objectives for FIFA 20, expect them to be involved in that a lot as well, potentially to even get a play out of that as well. But this is the fun part, which made it very interesting, that EA didn't just base it on, the back of their shirt, which they did back in FIFA 17 and also 18. They didn't do it like that because that's too predictable. EA made it very, very unique, in which there is one based on shirt number. So this event went from the 14th of December to the 25th of December. 11 days. In these 11 days, they had 3 player SBCs. On these 3 players, they based one on the shirt number, so they wore number 10 back in the shirt. One was based off their FIFA world ranking of the actual nation. So for example, Switzerland was in 8th place, so they had one. And then they based the next card off their actual league position. So let's say that Spurs was 3rd place in the season before this in FIFA 18 years, so 17-18 season. That means that they could have got a card on the 3rd to last day, and so on. And this is class, because we got all these cards here, all unique, because for the league position, it only really based it off like the top 5 leagues and then like the Dutch league as well. FIFA World Rankings could have been literally any player from Croatia, for example. So when Croatia was 4th in the world, Kovacic got one. When it could have been a player in 2nd place of the actual league position, they picked Antonio Valencia. And a shirt number on the back, number 9, they picked Firmino. So it's really interesting how they did this, and will they do this again? I hope they do, because I find it very interesting. As of right now, the world rankings looks like this. So Belgium 1st place, France 2nd, England 4th, Uruguay 5th, Colombia will be 10th, and Mexico will be 11th. So Mexico could be number 11. So we could have like a Lozano in there, number 10 for Colombia. We could have a James Rodriguez, and so on. Now, typically EA don't go absolutely crazy for these. They don't really give out insane players that will break the game, like a Ronaldo or Messi or Mbappe. They don't really give them the top range players. I've just realized as well that even Netherlands ain't even in it. I find that crazy, but okay. So this is how they did FIFA 19. Now FIFA 18, it was a bit similar, but kind of the same thing. That they did a countdown from the 15th of December to the 24th, and with FIFA 18, they did it purely based on shirt number. So then from 30th to the 1st, like that in order. So for example, so start off with Antonio Gnabry and Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta obviously is known for wearing the 28 shirt, and Antonio wore 30 in that season as well. So they went down each day from 27, 26, 25, 20, 19, 18, 17, and it went down all the way down to 1st place, which was Buffon on the 24th on the 24th of December. It was kind of a dead way to end it off. Just in my opinion, I think it kind of led that there was no real big players. It was just, you know, goalkeeper. I mean, imagine the last day of Futmas being Fabinho, Buffon, and Felipe Luis. It's kind of dead. For me, FIFA 18 was by far one of the worst Futmases. I'm looking at these players here, and I don't think I've seen really any of these players really at all in the entire event. Now, I've just realised there was a Futmas lingo which I actually got this year. Well, for example, EA actually got this leaked and they actually changed 1 or 2 players in this. So this was the actual official leak, but EA actually changed the layouts of it because people found out it early and they changed a few players because of it. But on the most part, this is kind of all very similar. So that's how EA did Futmas back in FIFA 18, and 17 was like this. And on FIFA 17, it was again quite similar to 18. It was based on shirt number, so it started on the 16th of December, and on this day they had 3 players which all had the number 16 on the back of the shirt in real life as well. So on day 20, so that'd be day 4, you don't have players with 20 back of the shirt, and so on until Christmas Day, the 25th, and you had 3 players with 25 on back of the shirt. Again, quite a similar idea. Again, quite a cool idea. Of course, this is the first time doing it. I remember seeing the Dembele a lot, the Aubameyang. Dembele was a very popular card. Emre Can was also very popular, and there was also Vidal, Dara, Modric, Dani Alves. These players were I've seen a bit as well throughout the entirety of the year. So these guys seem to last a lot more than the 18 ones. So that is how EA have done the events in the last 3 years. Now let's go on to FIFA 20. Now what should we expect? Well, let's take it that they're going to follow the same rules as last year, because I think they will. If not, I think it'll be similar, because I think last year that's probably the best way to do it, that they gave us a variety of different players each day, so that even on the last day, like for example in 18, it didn't really have like a dead finish with, you know, Buffon being the last player, which wasn't really that usable at all, or Felipe Luis or Fabinho back in Monaco. And they're going to keep it to last year, which they based it off the rankings, based it off positions, and based it off the actual number back of the shirt. You get like the main players, you know, the main players for most clubs, you know, from 11 to like first. That's the main starting 11. Typically, not all the time, but you know, that's kind of a rule for. So it adds variety to each position. Now, I think they're going to be having objectives thrown in as well. So I think there'll be like 2 SBCs and then an objective for you to do for like 24 hours, and it can be quite hard to do for the main player. There'll be like 2 okay players. There'll be like a marquee player of the day, and that'll be based on an actual objective that requires you to actually play the game to get him, which I think would make more sense, because that, you know, it won't cost you any money, but it will take you time on that one day. If you really want to grind out for it, you can grind out for it. The day with the shirt number of 11 is used, and of, let's say it's Ousmane Dembele, which is a very popular player this year. So imagine that he gets a Futmas card. Now, of course, he should be the marquee player because he's very popular, so he should be the man to be the marquee player and throw him into a play objective where you got to go like, I don't know, score 10 goals with Barcelona player in rivals or whatever, score using the Barcelona kit, stupid stuff like that. So that gives you something to achieve in a short period of time to get this player. Now, would they do that? I don't know. Would that maybe be too easy? You never know. Maybe they will just form into an SBC, which costs money. But I think they'll be using objectives a lot this year, because I think they, you know, because they seem to always be doing that for promos, that they throw in a player that gives you the opportunity to get him through just playing a game. You know, so like for screen promotion this year, they gave us a Dzeko for free, or Mesut Ozil. Futmas this year should really start on the 13th and 14th. That should be the day that we should expect it. So that's in 10 days time. So this is what to look out for. Now, I could be going through, you know, my predictions, but I just don't think it's really that helpful, because it literally is completely random. All I know is that they won't throw in any like massive, you know, well-known players like Eden Hazard or Paul Pogba or players like that. They've never really done that. I think the best play they've ever done really is like a human son or De Bruyne or something like that. This is what we could be expecting for this event. I hope that they do it the same as last year, and for me, I just hope that they make it, you know, affordable, good value, because most people last year, I remember that people didn't really do most SBCs because most of them just didn't fit the team. So I hope that they do a good variety here. They put in some good players, which is, you know, quite popular. So let's say, for example, there's a Lenglet Futmas card, or a Eden Militao, a Mendy, Nelson Semedo to, you know, fit into meta, but also throw some players which, you know, can add to it as well. So it makes some people's squad building, you know, a bit interesting. So let's say there's like one really good player. Let's say it's, you know, like Eden Hazard. There's not many good players who they can come up to. So like for striker, you could put like a Benzema as like a really good card, or even a Jovic as like a really like ultra boosted card, for example. Just players that can add to meta and make, you know, make more teams interesting, for example. This is it, guys. This is Futmas. This is what you should be expecting, when to expect it. I'm going to predict the 13th or the 14th of December should be the start of Futmas this year, because that typically is when it usually starts. So I expect SBCs involving players and SBCs involving just normal packs here and there. I don't think there'll be much else other than that. There usually never is. So if you guys do enjoy, let's smash the like button. Let's hit 2,000 likes and subscribe if you're new. So hopefully you found this video helpful. So thank you guys for watching. My name is Vizeh. I'll see you next time.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for